Hey gang, just standing here in the calm in between the blasts of the storm. I think we're getting the leftovers of the hurricanes. It's been pretty blustery, and we just had a really wicked blast of stuff come through here a few minutes ago. You see the puddles and everything, but I don't think the weather knows exactly what it wants to do. And here I had Donkey sitting out there in the pouring rain, poor thing, cold and lonely probably. But I shoved Donkey outside to make room in the shop for that. Now we all got to get our motors from somewhere. And I just happen to have a connection where I occasionally get my hands on home generators that warranty recalls, you name it, all sorts of reasons. But some of them have electrical issues, some have motor issues, who knows what's wrong. But every now and again I get the pick of the crop, and I happen to pick out this one. That is a 1000cc overhead valve, twin cylinder, rated at about 40 horsepower. Now the trick is you got to pay in sweat equity to pull these things apart and harvest what you want out of them, and that's not always easy. But I think tonight my plan is, with the help of a buddy, we're going to harvest the heart out of this monster, and maybe I'll even let you in on the plans for where it's going to go. Anyway, stay tuned, and we'll get back at it. Oh, here we go. With the outer cover off, and now with the exhaust cover off, we can see a little better what we're looking at. Now, the object of this game is going to be to separate the power head, or the generator part of the whole apparatus, from the motor. I say we got to get rid of that car-sized muffler, but that will harvest some nice exhaust pipe with some curves in it there to be able to make some different things, so that's going to be good. But yeah, tidy little package. I like it. I like it a lot. But hopefully the weather will play nice. Another blast of stuff just came through there a minute ago. The power flickered again, but we're holding down the fort, and we're going to carry on collecting gold. Anyway, stay tuned. Well, you see now that we got that giant muffler out of the way, you can see the size of that power head there. That's pretty big, and that's going to weigh a few pounds. That's going to be fun to mess around with that. We'll have to get rid of this support wall here in the middle to give us some room to maneuver that bad boy. I'll have to undo the mounts there, all the rubber mounts at the base. There'll be a bolt that runs through the whole works here that goes into our crankshaft. We'll have to take that out, and then we got to try and get that separated from the tapered shaft on the motor. And this is usually why people don't want to mess with these things. Everybody's scared of the tapered shaft. It's nothing to be scared of, just an extra step in the process, that's all. But looking over here at the control panel of the works, it's got a 12 volt outlet. There's some 3-way switch, a momentary switch, some fuse outlets, all kinds of good little bits and pieces that we can harvest out of this. It'll do us good at some point. But anyway, our power's still flickering. It's windy as frig here. The light's been going off and on, so I haven't been able to film everything. But we'll bring along for updates as we make some progress here. But hang in there, and we'll get to the good stuff here. Hey, welcome back to the shop. I'm sitting here with the big V twin that you've seen us harvest out of the housing there, and I thought I'd throw it up on the table. We'll have a closer look at some of its features and maybe talk a little bit about what my plans are for this thing. Anyway, sit tight and let's have a closer look. So I'm throwing this big beautiful beast up here on the bench so we can have a closer look at why I'm so excited to have this in the shop. But we can see the tapered shaft. I'm not sure whether I want to go with a sleeve on that to adapt it, or whether when I do the governor removal and I open this up, I pull the crank out and I have that machine down professionally, so I don't have any worries about it being wobbly or off center. But anyway, we got the dual exhaust. I gotta make an exhaust. I'm not sure if it's going to be true duals or 2-in-1, but either way, it's going to sound wicked. But we look down here, you can see full pressure oil system with automotive style spin-on filter. You can change these out. I don't have the part number off the top of my head, but they are other filters that are longer, give you that little bit extra oil capacity, which is nice. Here we got our gauge sender, so I can have an oil pressure gauge on the dash so I can keep an eye on things. We also have an external oil cooler, which is a nice touch. On the intake side, I think will be the biggest challenge with this, because there was no carburetor, anything up there. This is your carburetor, the air intake box, and that's where your intake pipes come in, and you can see inside there the butterflies. Well, there's your fuel lines. This was a natural gas run unit, so that is all you needed for the carburetor. So I will have to come up with something for that. I'm considering maybe separating these and putting a single Mikuni to each cylinder. Either that or just 2-in-1 and make it for one big Mikuni to sit here in the valley. We'll see what's available and go from there. Again, you can see here it's branded Generac. But, here you can get to the good stuff. And my favorite, max brake horsepower, 32. Yeehaw. But here we got, for engine geeks want to look it up or see what's up, 992 cc. I'll take it. But anyway, one other challenge with these is because they come out of a generator, these will not have a charging coil or any kind of charging circuit built into them. For me, I'm going to go external with a General Motors style alternator. Just run off a secondary pulley right off the crank. That'll look after my charging needs. But this is pretty heavy, but it's not crazy. It is all aluminum. So I guess that's to keep a bit of weight down. I don't know how much weight matters in a generator, but anyway. Also has a nice remote oil drain, which is sweet. That makes life easy come that time. Electric start. I don't know what else I can tell you about it, gang, but I definitely want to ditch the governor, and we'll go from there. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Just to give you some ideas, different places you can look to scavenge some motors. Maybe some of you might have been overlooking these generators, and there's no need to. You can buy adapters right online, cheap, that'll turn this into a regular shaft. But with this engine being 32 horse, I'm not sure I want to rely on that, so I'll probably have that turned down. But anyway, that's what you call a score. Freebie. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.